Before we delve into these rules, let us first understand the nature of attachment itself. In the world of Caesar, we are taught from an early age that our happiness, our very sense of self, is dependent on others. We are conditioned to believe that our worth is measured by the affection and approval of those around us. This, my dear friends, is the great illusion that keeps us bound to a life of limitation and suffering. But I say unto you, true freedom lies not in clinging to others, but in recognizing the divinity within yourself. For you have God made manifest the very essence of creation expressing itself in human form. And in this realization lies the power to detach from all external sources of validation and love. Now, let us turn our attention to the first rule of emotional detachment. Recognize the I am within. This rule, my beloved listeners, is the foundation upon which all else is built. For until you truly understand and embody the I am presence within you, you will forever be at the mercy of external circumstances and relationships. The I am is not some distant, unknowable force. It is the very core of your being, the divine spark that animates your existence. It is the God within, the source of all creation, and the wellspring of infinite possibility. When you say I am, you are invoking the name of God. For did not the scriptures tell us I am that I am? This is the name by which the divine identified itself to Moses, and is the name by which you must identify yourself in every moment of your existence. To emotionally detach from someone, you must first attach yourself wholly and completely to the I am within. This is not a rejection of love or connection, but rather recognition that all love, all connection, all fulfillment comes from within. Imagine, if you will, a beautiful oak tree. Its branches reach towards the heavens, its leaves dance in the sunlight. But what gives this tree its strength, its very life? Is it not the roots hidden beneath the earth, drawing nourishment from the soil? So too must you be rooted in the I am, drawing your strength and sustenance not from the fleeting affections of others, but from the eternal wellspring of divinity within. Practice this, my dear friends. In every moment of your day, affirm the I am. Say to yourself, I am love, I am peace, I am fulfillment. Feel the power of these words resonating through every cell of your being. For in doing so, you are aligning yourself with the creative force of the universe. As you strengthen your connection to the I am, you will find that your need for emotional validation from others begins to diminish. Like a candle whose flame grows ever brighter, you will become a source of light unto yourself and others. But remember, this is not a practice of isolation or disconnection. Rather, it is the foundation for true, unconditional love. For when you are firmly rooted in the I am, you can extend love to others without expectation or attachment. You become a channel for divine love, allowing it to flow through you freely, unobstructed by fear or need. Now let us move on to the second rule of emotional detachment, leave in the end. This rule, my dear listeners, is the very essence of creation. For what you experience in your physical reality is but a shadow, a reflection of what you have already accepted as true in your imagination. To emotionally detach from someone, you must live in the end of complete emotional freedom and self-sufficiency. You must see yourself in your mind's eye as one who is whole, complete, and fulfilled, independent of any external relationship or circumstance. Close your eyes for a moment, if you will, and imagine yourself standing tall, radiating confidence and inner peace. See yourself moving through your day with grace and ease, unaffected by the opinions or actions of others. Feel the joy and content that comes from knowing that you are the source of your own happiness. This, my friends, is living in the end. It is not a denial of your current circumstances, but rather a recognition of the power of your imagination to shape your reality. For as you persist in this vision of emotional freedom, you will find that your outer world begins to conform to this inner truth. Remember, the world is yourself pushed out. What you hold as true in your imagination must, by the very laws of creation, manifest in your experience. Therefore, if you continue to imagine yourself as emotionally dependent on another, you will continue to experience that dependency in your life. But if you dare to imagine yourself as emotionally free, as one who is complete unto themselves, then that is what you shall become. The person from whom you wish to detach will either fall away naturally from your life, or your relationship with them will transform into one of mutual respect and freedom. Practice this living in the end daily, before you sleep at night and as you wake in the morning. Spend a few moments in quiet contemplation, experiencing the feeling of being emotionally detached and self-sufficient. Feel the relief, the lightness, the joy that comes with this state of being. As you persist in this practice, you will find that your emotional reactions to the person begin to change. Where once there was attachment and need, there will be understanding and compassion. Where once there was fear of loss, there will be an unshakable knowing of your own completeness. Now let us explore the third rule of emotional detachment. Assume the state of the wish fulfilled. This rule, my dear friends, is closely related to living in the end, but it goes a step further. It asks you not only to imagine the end state, but to fully assume it as your current reality. This is the art of what I call thinking from the end rather than thinking of the end. To emotionally detach from someone, you must assume the state of one who is already detached. This is not a matter of pretending or forcing yourself to feel a certain way. Rather, it is about stepping into a new state of consciousness, a new self-concept. Imagine, if you will, that you are an actor on a stage. Up until now, you have been playing the role of someone emotionally attached and dependent. But now you are given a new role, that of someone who is emotionally free and self-sufficient. Your task is to fully embody this new character, to think, feel, and act as they would. How would this emotionally detached version of yourself move through the world? How would they speak? How would they react to situations? How would they feel about themselves and others? Assume these qualities fully, not as something to be achieved in the future, but as your present reality. This assumption of the wish fulfilled is not about denial or suppression of your current feelings. It is about shifting your focus and your energy to a new state of being. It is about choosing moment by moment to align yourself with the version of you that is already emotionally detached. As you assume this state, you may find that your thoughts and feelings towards the person begin to shift naturally. Where once there was a constant preoccupation with their actions and reactions, there is now a calming difference. Where once there was a need for their approval or affection, there is now a deep sense of self-approval and self-love. Remember, my dear listeners, that your assumption, if persisted in, will harden into fact. Therefore, guard your assumptions carefully. Do not allow yourself to slip back into the old state of attachment. If you find your thoughts drifting towards dependency or need, gently but firmly bring them back to the state of the wish fulfilled. This practice may feel challenging at first, especially if you have been in a state of emotional attachment for a long time. But I assure you, with persistence and faith, it will become more natural. For you are not creating a new reality, but simply aligning yourself with the truth of your being, a being that is whole, complete, and free. As you continue to assume the state of emotional detachment, you will find that your interactions with the person begin to change. You may notice that you no longer react to their words or actions with the same intensity. You may find that you can engage with them from a place of calm neutrality, free from the need to control or change them. This, my friends, is the power of assumption. It is the key to not only emotional detachment, but to all creation. For as you assume, so shall it be done unto you. Now, let us turn our attention to the fourth rule of emotional detachment. Release all resistance. This rule, my beloved listeners, may seem paradoxical at first. For in your desire to detach, you may find yourself resisting the very feelings and thoughts you wish to release. But I say unto you, what you resist persists. The key to true detachment lies not in fighting against your attachment, but in releasing all resistance to what is. Consider, if you will, the nature of a river. It flows effortlessly towards the sea, not by pushing against the rocks in its path, but by flowing around them. So, too much you learn to flow around the obstacles of attachment rather than struggling against them. Resistance often manifests as judgment, judgment of yourself for feeling attached, judgment of the other person for their actions, judgment of the situation itself. But judgment, my dear friends, is the antithesis of detachment. It keeps you bound to the very thing you wish to release. Instead, practice acceptance. Accept your feelings of attachment without condemnation. Accept the other person exactly as they are, without trying to change them. Accept the situation as it is, without wishing it were different. This acceptance is not resignation or passivity. It is not about liking or approving of everything. Rather, it is about acknowledging what is without adding the extra layer of emotional resistance. It is about saying yes to the present moment, even as you work towards creating a different future. As you release resistance, you may find that many of the painful emotions associated with attachment begin to dissolve naturally. For it is not the attachment itself that causes suffering, but your resistance to it. When you cease to fight against what is, you open yourself to the flow of life, allowing transformation to occur effortlessly. Practice this release of resistance in every moment. When you notice yourself tensing up emotionally, whether in thought of the person or in their presence, consciously relax. Let go of the need to control the situation or the other person's behavior. Allow yourself to simply be, without judgment or expectation. This practice of non-resistance extends to your thoughts as well. When thoughts of attachment arise, do not try to push them away or replace them with positive thoughts. Instead, observe them with detached awareness. Watch them arise and pass away like clouds in the sky without getting caught up in their story. As you cultivate this attitude of non-resistance, you will find that your emotional energy begins to shift. The intensity of your attachment will begin to dissolve not through force or with power, but through the gentle power of acceptance and allowing. Remember, my dear friends, that emotional detachment is not about becoming cold or unfeeling. It is about freeing yourself from the compulsive need for external validation and control. It is about creating space for true love to flourish, love that is given freely without expectation or attachment. Now let us explore the fifth and final rule of emotional detachment: cultivate inner stillness. This rule, my beloved listeners, is the culmination of all that we have discussed, for it is in the depths of inner stillness that true detachment is realized, not as a concept or a practice, but as your very nature. Inner stillness is not the absence of thought or emotion. It is the presence of awareness, pure, unbounded, and eternally free. It is the discovery of your true self beyond all attachments and identifications. To cultivate inner stillness, you must learn to step back from the constant chatter of your mind. You must create space between your thoughts, between your breaths, between your heartbeats. In this space lies the key to emotional freedom. Begin by setting aside time each day for quiet contemplation. Find a comfortable place where you will not be disturbed. Close your eyes and turn your attention inward. Focus on your breath, feeling the gentle rise and fall of your chest. As thoughts arise, and they will, for that is the nature of the mind, simply observe them without judgment. Do not try to stop your thoughts or change them. Instead, watch them come and go like waves on the ocean of your consciousness. As you continue this practice, you may begin to notice moments of profound stillness, moments when the chatter of your mind subsides, and you are left with a deep sense of peace and presence. These moments, however brief, are glimpses of your true nature, the unchanging awareness that underlies all experience. From this place of inner stillness, emotional detachment arises naturally, for in the depths of your being you recognize that you are not your thoughts, not your emotions, not your attachments. You are the awareness in which all these arise and pass away. As you cultivate this inner stillness, you will find that your emotional reactions begin to lose their grip. The person from whom you wish to detach no longer has the power to disturb your peace. Their words and actions may still create ripples on the surface of your mind, but they cannot touch the depths of your being. This inner stillness becomes your refuge, a place of peace and clarity to which you can return at any moment. When you feel yourself becoming entangled in attachment or emotional reactivity, simply take a deep breath and reconnect with this still center within you. From this place of stillness, you can engage with the world and with the person from whom you're detaching with grace and equanimity. You can love without attachment, care without dependency, and relate without losing yourself. Remember, my dear friends, that this inner stillness is not something you need to create or achieve. It is already present within you, waiting to be recognized. Your task is simply to remove the obstacles, the mental and emotional noise that obscure its presence. As you practice these 5 rules, recognizing the I am within, living in the end, assuming the state of the wish fulfilled, releasing all resistance, and cultivating inner stillness, you will find that emotional detachment becomes not just a goal to be achieved, but a natural expression of your true self. Now, my beloved listeners, I want you to understand that this journey of emotional detachment is not a linear process. It is not something that happens overnight or in a steady, predictable progression. Rather, it is a dance, a beautiful, sometimes challenging dance between your habitual patterns of attachment and your growing awareness of your true, detached nature. There will be moments of profound clarity and freedom where you feel completely detached and at peace. Cherish these moments, for they are glimpses of your true potential. But do not become attached to them, for attachment to detachment is still attachment. There will also be moments when you feel as though you've slipped back into old patterns of emotional dependency. Do not judge yourself for these moments. They are not failures, but opportunities for deeper understanding and growth. Each time you notice yourself becoming entangled in attachment, it is an invitation to practice these principles anew. Remember, emotional detachment is not about suppressing your feelings or becoming indifferent to others. It is about freeing yourself from the compulsive need for external validation and control. It is about creating space for true love to flourish. Love that is given freely, without expectation or attachment. As you continue on this journey, you may find that your relationship with the person from whom you're detaching begins to transform. Without the weight of your emotional expectations and needs, they may feel freer to be themselves. You may discover a new kind of relationship emerging, one based on mutual respect and genuine care rather than dependency and fear. Or you may find that as you detach emotionally, the relationship naturally falls away. For relationships built solely on attachment and need cannot survive in the light of true emotional freedom. Trust in this process, for it is the natural unfolding of your alignment with your true self. Throughout this journey, be gentle with yourself. Emotional detachment is not about forcing yourself to feel or not feel certain things. It is about allowing yourself to be exactly as you are in each moment, while holding the vision of your emotionally free self. Practice self-compassion as you navigate this path. When you notice yourself slipping into old patterns of attachment, rather than berating yourself, offer yourself the same kindness and understanding you would offer a dear friend. Speak to yourself with words of encouragement and love. Remember also to celebrate your progress, no matter how small it may seem. Each moment of awareness, each choice to align with your detached self is a victory. Acknowledge these moments, for they are the building blocks of your transformation. As you move through your days practicing these 5 rules of emotional detachment, you may begin to notice changes, not just in your relationship with the specific person you're detaching from, but in all your relationships and interactions. You may find yourself becoming less reactive in general, less easily swayed by the opinions and actions of others. You may discover a new sense of inner peace and stability that remains constant regardless of external circumstances. This, my dear friends, is the true gift of emotional detachment. It is not just about freeing yourself from one specific attachment, but about realizing your inherent freedom in all situations. As you continue to practice, you may find that the very concept of detachment begins to shift. What once seemed like a goal to be achieved becomes simply your natural state of being. You realize that you were never truly attached in the first place. That attachment was merely a story you were telling yourself. In this realization lies true freedom. For when you know yourself as the unchanging awareness beneath all thoughts and emotions, what is there to attach to or detach from? You are already complete, already whole, already free. From this place of inner freedom, you can engage fully with life without becoming entangled. You can love deeply without losing yourself. You can care profoundly without being controlled by your caring. This, my beloved listeners, is the promise of emotional detachment. It is not a dry intellectual concept, but a living reality that you can embody in every moment of your existence. As we near the end of our exploration, I want to remind you that the power to emotionally detach lies entirely within you. It is not dependent on the actions or reactions of others. It does not require the cooperation or understanding of the person from whom you're detaching. It is a choice that you make moment by moment to align with your true free nature. In every interaction, in every thought of the person, you have the opportunity to practice these principles. Each moment is a new beginning, a fresh chance to choose detachment over attachment, freedom over dependency. Remember, the world around you is a reflection of your inner state. As you cultivate emotional detachment within yourself, you will find that your outer world begins to mirror this inner freedom. Relationships that were once sources of pain and struggle may transform into sources of joy and mutual growth, or they may fall away entirely, making space for new, more aligned connections to enter your life. Trust in this process, my dear friends. Trust in the wisdom of your own being. For as you align yourself with the truth of who you are, a divine, infinite being, complete unto yourself, all things must rearrange themselves to match this inner knowing. And so as we come to the close of this discourse, I invite you to take a moment to reflect on what you've heard. Feel the truth of these words resonating within you. Know that the power to emotionally detach, to free yourself from all limiting attachments, is already within you, waiting to be recognized and expressed. Go forth from this place with a renewed commitment to your emotional freedom. Practice these 5 rules diligently. Recognize the I am within. Live in the end. Assume the state of the wish fulfilled. Release all resistance and cultivate inner stillness. But above all, remember that you are already that which you seek to become. You are already detached, already free, already complete. Your task is simply to remove the veils of illusion that obscure this truth. In every moment, you have a choice. You can choose to identify with your attachments and dependencies, or you can choose to align with your true, free nature. Make this choice consciously, make it with love, and make it again and again until it becomes your natural state of being. And know, my beloved friends, that as you walk this path of emotional detachment, you are not alone. The entire universe conspires to support you in your journey towards freedom. For in freeing yourself, you contribute to the freedom of all beings. May you go forth in peace, in love, and in the unshakable knowing of your own divine completeness. May you find the strength to detach from all that no longer serves you, and the courage to embrace the fullness of your true, liberated self. Remember, you are the creator of your reality. You are the author of your story. Write a story of freedom, of joy, of unconditional love. For that is your birthright, and it is within your power to claim it. Go now and be the embodiment of emotional freedom. Be the living proof that true love needs no attachment, that true strength comes from within, that true peace is your very nature. And as you do, know that you are fulfilling your highest purpose. For in freeing yourself, you light the way for others. In detaching from your own limitations, you help to liberate the world. This, my dear friends, is the ultimate gift of emotional detachment. It is not just a personal practice, but a service to all of humanity. For as you free yourself, you create a ripple effect that touches all those around you, inviting them to recognize their own inherent freedom. So go forth with courage, with faith, and with the unwavering conviction that emotional detachment is not just possible, but inevitable. For it is the truth of your being waiting to be realized. May you be blessed on your journey. May you find the strength to persist in these practices. And may you come to know, beyond all doubt, the joy and peace that comes from true emotional freedom. Now let us begin our journey into the depths of our consciousness where the real transformation occurs. It is within the silent corridors of our mind that we shape our reality, mold our experiences, and breathe life into our deepest desires, the sacred seed of your desire. The first thing you must never share, my dear friends, is the sacred seed of your desire. When a desire first takes root in the fertile soil of your imagination, it is delicate, vulnerable, and oh so precious. It is in this nascent state that your desire is most potent, most alive. Imagine, if you will, a tiny acorn. Within its humble shell lies the potential for a mighty oak tree, reaching towards the heavens with its strong branches and deep roots. But if that acorn is exposed too soon, if it is plucked from the earth before it has a chance to germinate, it will never fulfill its glorious destiny. So it is with your desires. When you first conceive of a wish, a goal, a dream, hold it close to your heart. Nurture it in the warm embrace of your consciousness. For in sharing it too soon, you risk exposing it to the harsh winds of doubt, skepticism, and negativity that often blow through the minds of others. You remember the world around you is but a reflection of your inner state. Those who have not yet awakened to their own creative power may unconsciously project their limitations onto your budding dream. Their words, their doubts, their well-meaning advice cannot like frost on a delicate spring blossom, nipping your manifestation in the bud. Instead, tend to your desire in the secret garden of your mind. Water it with the pure streams of your faith. Let it grow strong and vibrant in the fertile soil of your imagination. Only when it has taken firm root, when its first green shoots have broken through the surface of your reality, may you consider sharing it with the world, but even then be selective. Choose wisely those with whom you share your vision. Seek out those who have cultivated their own gardens of possibility, who understand the delicate nature of creation, for they will provide the nurturing environment your manifestation needs to flourish. As you hold your desire close, feel its energy pulsing within you. See it in your mind's eye not as a distant possibility, but as a present reality. For in the realm of infinite possibilities, where time is but an illusion, your desire already exists in its fullest expression. Close your eyes for a moment here and now. Breathe deeply and allow yourself to step into the reality where your desire is manifested. Feel the emotions coursing through you, the joy, the excitement, the profound sense of fulfillment. Let these feelings permeate every cell of your being, for it is through this emotional alignment that you draw your desire from the realm of possibility into the world of form. In keeping your desire sacred and secret, you are not merely protecting it from external influences. You are, in fact, engaging in a profound act of creation. You are declaring to the universe, this is mine, this is real, this is now. And the universe in its infinite wisdom and boundless love cannot help but respond in kind. The alchemy of your inner work, the second treasure you must guard with vigilance, is the alchemy of your inner work. My dear friends, the greatest miracles occur not in the outer world of effects, but in the inner world of causes. It is within the laboratory of your mind that you transmute lead into gold, that you transform circumstances, and that you reshape your entire existence. This inner work is a sacred process, a divine dialogue between you and the infinite intelligence that permeates all of creation. It is intensely personal, profoundly transformative, and utterly unique to me. To share the intimate details of this process is to dilute its power, to interrupt the delicate dance of energy and intention that is reshaping your reality. Think of the caterpillar in its cocoon. During its metamorphosis, it liquefies, completely breaking down its old form before rebuilding itself as a butterfly. If this process were to be exposed, interrupted, or influenced by outside forces, the transformation would be incomplete, perhaps even impossible. Your inner work is your cocoon. It is a space where you dissolve old beliefs, shed limiting thoughts, and reconfigure the very essence of your being. This work may involve meditation, affirmations, visualization, or any number of personal practices, whatever form it takes. It is uniquely yours, a sacred communion between you and the divine within you. When you share the details of this process prematurely, you invite external energies into your cocoon. While meaning friends may offer advice, skeptics may plant seeds of doubt, and even those who support you may inadvertently introduce their own expectations or limitations into your transformation. Moreover, in articulating your inner work, you may find yourself trying to justify or explain your process to others. This can lead to doubt, second guessing, and a loss of the intuitive flow that guides your transformation. Remember, the language of the soul often defies logical explanation. What makes perfect sense in the realm of imagination may seem nonsensical when translated into words. Instead, honor the sanctity of your inner work by keeping it private. Allow yourself the freedom to explore, to experiment, to fail and try again without the weight of external expectations. Trust in the wisdom of your inner guide, knowing that it is leading you unerringly towards your highest good. As you engage in your inner work, cultivate a sense of reverence for the process. Treat each meditation, each affirmation, each visualization as a holy ritual. For indeed, that is what it is, a sacred ceremony in which you are both the high priest and the offering, the transformer and the transformed. Imagine, if you will, that you are standing before a great altar. This altar is within you, at the very center of your being. Upon this altar, you place your old self, your limiting beliefs, your fears and doubts with the flame of your intention. You set this offering alight. Watch as it burns, as the smoke rises, carrying away all that no longer serves you. From the ashes of the old, see your new self emerging. See the person you are becoming, confident, powerful, aligned with your highest purpose. Feel the strength flowing through you, the clarity of vision, the unwavering faith in your own divine nature. This, my dear friends, is the alchemy of your inner work. It is a process of death and rebirth, of transformation and transcendence. Honor it with your silence, nurture it with your devotion, and watch as it works miracles in your life. The power of your word. The third element you must protect and preserve is the power of your word. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. This profound truth from Scripture reveals to us the creative power inherent in our speech, in our declarations, in the very vibrations we send forth into the universe. Your word, my dear friends, is your wand. It is the tool with which you cast spells, the instrument through which you shape reality. Every word you speak is a seed planted in the fertile soil of infinite possibility. Guard these seeds carefully, for they will surely bear fruit in the garden of your life. When you speak of your plans, your goals, your dreams, you are not merely describing them. You are decreeing them into existence. The universe listens to every word, every syllable, and moves to align reality with your declarations. This is why it is crucial to speak only of what you wish to manifest, to use language that affirms your desired state of being. But here lies the danger in sharing too freely. When you speak of your intentions to others, you open the door for their words to influence your creation. Their doubts become weeds in your garden. Their fears cast shadows over your budding manifestations. Even their excitement and support, if not aligned with your vision, can alter the course of your creation. Moreover, speaking too much of your intentions, you risk depleting the energy needed for manifestation. It's as if you're letting the air out of a balloon before it has a chance to lift you to new heights. There's a potency in silence, a magnetic power in holding your intentions close to your heart. But thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet. And when thou hast shut thy door, pray to thy Father which is in secret. And thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. This closet, this secret place, is not a physical location, but a state of mind. It is the inner sanctuary where you commune with the divine, where you speak your word in the silence of your heart. In this secret place, affirm your desires with unwavering faith. Speak as though your word is already manifest in the world of form. Do not say, I will be. Say, I am. Do not speak of what you hope to achieve. Speak of what you have already accomplished. For in the eternal now, there is no future or past, only the present moment in which all possibilities exist simultaneously. Let us practice this now. Close your eyes and enter the secret place within you. Feel the presence of the divine, the infinite intelligence that permeates all of creation. Now speak your word. Declare your intention not as a future event, but as a present reality. Feel the truth of your words resonating through every fiber of your being. I am successful. I am abundant. I am loved. I am healthy and vibrant. I am living my purpose. Feel the power of these declarations. Feel how they reshape your inner world, how they align you with the frequency of your desire. This, my dear friends, is the true power of your word. As you go about your day, be mindful of your speech. Listen to the words you use, the statements you make about yourself and your life. Are they aligned with your desires? Do they affirm the reality you wish to create? If not, change them. Be vigilant in using language that supports your highest vision for yourself. And above all, be selective in sharing your declarations with others. Choose wisely those who have demonstrated their ability to hold space for your vision, who can echo your affirmations without doubt or reservation. For those are the ones who will amplify the power of your word, who will join their voice with yours in calling forth desired reality. Remember, your word is sacred. It is the very substance of creation. Use it wisely, guard it carefully, and watch as it works wonders in your life. The map of your journey, the fourth treasure you must keep close to your heart, is the map of your journey. This map, my dear friends, is not a physical document, but a mental and spiritual construct. It is the blueprint of your transformation, the cosmic GPS guiding you from where you are to where you desire to be. This map contains the intricate details of your past, The steps you'll take, the challenges you'll face, the victories you'll achieve. It is a living document constantly updating as you progress on your journey. But here's the crucial point. This map is for your eyes only. Why, you might ask, should we keep our plans and strategies secret? Surely, sharing our roadmap could invite support and guidance from others. While this may seem logical, it overlooks a fundamental truth of manifesting. The journey itself is part of the creation. You see, when you conceive of a desire and begin to map out the path to its realization, you are engaging in a sacred act of co-creation with the universe. You are not merely planning a journey, you are creating the very terrain you'll traverse. Each step you envision, each obstacle you anticipate, each triumph you foresee. All of these become part of the tapestry of your manifestation. By sharing your map prematurely, you invite others to impose their own directions, their own landmarks, their own expectations onto your journey. Even those with the best intentions may inadvertently divert you from your true path simply because their map is not your map. Their journey is not your journey. Moreover, in explaining your map to others, you may find yourself justifying your chosen route, defending your decisions, or second, guessing your intuition. This can lead to doubt and hesitation, causing you to stray from the path that your higher self has so carefully laid out for you. Instead, hold your map close. Consult it often in the privacy of your own mind. Allow it to unfold naturally, revealing each step as you are ready to take it. Trust in the wisdom of your inner guide, knowing that it has perfect knowledge of both your starting point and your destination. Imagine, if you will, that you are an explorer setting out on a grand adventure. You have been given a magical map that only you can read. This map doesn't just show you the terrain ahead. It creates it as you go. Each time you unfold the map, new details appear, guiding you forward. Would you hand this magical map to others, allowing them to interpret it through their own lens, potentially altering the very landscape you're meant to explore? Of course not. You would keep it safe, consulting it in private, allowing its magic to work uninterrupted. This is how you must treat the map of your journey. Hold it sacred. Consult it daily in your quiet time, in your meditations, in those moments when you commune with your higher self. As you review your maps, see yourself moving along the path. Feel the joy of each small victory, the growth that comes with each challenge overcome. Visualize yourself reaching milestones, achieving goals, becoming more and more aligned with your desired state of being. See the landscape of your life transforming as you progress, becoming ever more beautiful, ever more aligned with your highest vision. But remember, while the destination is important, it is the journey that shapes you. Each step on your path is an opportunity for growth, for learning, for becoming more of who you truly are. Embrace each moment, each experience, knowing that it is all part of your grand adventure. And as you journey, be open to the surprises, the unexpected twists and turns that your map reveals. But while you are the co-creator of your path, the universe often has delightful ways of exceeding our expectations, of leading us to joys and opportunities beyond what we could have imagined. Your map is a living document, constantly evolving as you grow and change. Be flexible, be open to new directions, new possibilities. But always trust in the wisdom of your inner guide, for it knows the surest path to your highest good, the route that will bring you the greatest growth and the most profound fulfillment. So, my dear friends, guard your map, keep it close to your heart. Let it be your secret companion on this grand adventure of life. For in doing so, you ensure that your journey remains truly yours, unique, personal, and perfectly aligned with your highest purpose. The midnight hour of your soul, the fifth and final element you must never share, is what I call the midnight hour of your soul. This, my dear friends, is that sacred time when you stand naked before the divine, stripped of all pretenses, all masks, is the moment of your deepest vulnerability, your most profound honesty with yourselves. In the darkness of this metaphorical midnight, when the world around you slumbers and all is quiet, you come face to face with your true self. Here in this hallowed space, you confront your deepest fears, acknowledge your most secret desires, and commune with the very essence of your being. This midnight hour is not a time of day, but a state of being. It can occur in the stillness of dawn, in the hush of twilight, or in a moment of quiet reflection amidst the bustle of day. It is recognized not by the clock, but by the depth of introspection, the rawness of emotion, the clarity of insight that accompanies it. In this hour, you may find yourself wrestling with doubts, grappling with insecurities, or facing the shadows of your past. You may experience moments of profound joy, crystal clear vision of your purpose, or overwhelming love for all of creation. Whatever arises, know that it is a sacred part of your journey, a crucial element of your growth and transformation. But why, you may ask, must this midnight hour remain private? Surely, sharing our deepest struggles and most profound insights could foster connection and understanding with others. While there's certainly value in vulnerability and openness in our relationships, the midnight hour of the soul is different. It is a holy communion between you and the divine within you, a sacred space that must remain inviolate. When you share the raw, unfiltered contents of your midnight hour, you risk several things. First, you may find yourself seeking validation or approval from others for your most private thoughts and feelings. This external seeking can disconnect you from your inner wisdom, causing you to doubt your own insights and intuitions. Second, in articulating your deepest experiences, you may inadvertently diminish them. The midnight hour often brings experiences that transcend words, insights that defy logical explanation. In attempting to describe these to others, you may find yourself oversimplifying, rationalizing, or otherwise reducing the profound to the mundane. Third, and perhaps most importantly, in sharing your midnight hour, you invite others into your most private sanctuary. This can disrupt the delicate energy of this space, introducing external influences into what should be a pure communion between you and the divine. Instead of sharing, I urge you to honor the sanctity of your midnight hour. Treat it as the holy ground that it is. Remove your metaphorical sandals, for you stand on holy ground when you enter this space. In your midnight hour, allow yourself to be fully present, fully honest, fully vulnerable before the divine. Pour out your heart without reservation. Lay bare your fears, your doubts, your hopes, your dreams. Hold nothing back, for it is in this complete openness that the deepest healing and transformation occur. Imagine, if you will, that you are standing before a great mirror. But this is no ordinary mirror. It reflects not your physical form, but the very essence of your being. As you gaze into this mirror, all illusions fall away. You see yourself as you truly are, a divine being having a human experience, perfect in your imperfections, whole in your brokenness, powerful beyond measure. In this mirror, you may see aspects of yourself that you've long denied or suppressed. You may encounter parts of your being that frighten or shame you. Do not turn away. Do not judge. Simply observe with compassion and love, for all that you see is part of you, and all of it is worthy of love. As you stand before this mirror, feel the presence of the divine surrounding you. Permeating every cell of your being, feel its unconditional love enveloping you, accepting every part of you without judgment or condition. Allow this love to heal you, to transform you, to elevate you to new heights of being. In your midnight hour, you may receive guidance, insights, or revelations. Trust in these messages from your higher self. They are the compass that will guide you on your journey, the light that will illuminate your path. You may also experience moments of profound stillness, of complete silence. Do not rush to fill this silence with thoughts or words. Simply be, for it is in this silence that the deepest truths are revealed, that the most profound transformations occur. As you emerge from your midnight hour, carry its sacred energy with you. Let it infuse your day with depth, with authenticity, with a profound connection to your true self. But hold its specific contents close to your heart. Let them work their magic within you, transforming you from the inside out. Remember, my dear friends, that while we are all on a journey of growth and transformation, each journey is unique. Your midnight hour is yours alone. Honor it, cherish it. Allow it to be the crucible in which your highest self is forged. In conclusion, these 5 elements: the sacred seed of your desire, the alchemy of your inner work, the power of your word, the map of your journey, and the midnight hour of your soul are the most precious treasures you possess on your path of manifestation and self-realization. Guard them carefully. Nurture them lovingly. For in doing so, you create the optimal conditions for your dreams to flourish, for your true self to emerge, for your highest potential to be realized. Remember, the greatest miracles occur in secret. The most profound transformations happen in silence. Trust in this process. Have faith in your own inner wisdom, for you are more powerful than you know, more divine than you realize, more capable than you are. As we draw this discourse to a close, I invite you to take a moment to reflect. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Feel the weight of these truths settling into your being. Feel the power that comes from honoring your inner world, from keeping sacred that which is most precious. Now, as you go forth from this place, carry these teachings with you. Let them guide you in your daily life. Let them remind you of the divine power that resides within you, of the infinite potential that is your birthright. And always remember, my dear friends, that you are not merely creating a better life for yourself. You are participating in the grand dance of creation, playing your unique and irreplaceable part in the unfolding of the universe. Every desire you manifest, every transformation you undergo, contributes to the evolution of all that is. So dream big, work diligently on your inner world. Speak your word with power and conviction. Follow your unique map with courage and faith, and honor the sacred midnight hour of your soul. In doing so, you not only transform your own life, but you uplift the entire world. You become a beacon of light, a testament to the incredible power of conscious creation, an inspiration to all whose lives you touch. Go now and create miracles. For that is what you were born to do. That is who you truly are, a miraculous, divine, infinitely powerful being, shaping reality with every thought, every word, every action. And always remember, the greatest magic happens in the sacred secret chambers of your own heart and mind. Honor these chambers, protect them, for they are the wellspring of your power, the source of your miracles, the seed of your divinity. Now, my dear friends, as we bring this discourse to its conclusion, I want you to carry these teachings not as mere concepts or ideas, but as living truths that you embody in every moment of your existence. Let them seep into the very marrow of your being, informing every thought, every word, every action. As you step back into the world, you do so with a renewed sense of your own power, a deeper understanding of the sacred nature of your inner world. You carry with you the keys to manifestation, secrets of transformation, the tools for creating the life of your dreams. But remember, this knowledge comes with a great responsibility. You are now the guardian of these sacred truths. It falls to you to honor them, to live them, to allow them to work their magic in the silent, secret chambers of your being. In the days and weeks to come, you may find yourself tested. The world may tempt you to share what should remain private, to expose what should stay hidden, to dilute the power of your inner work through premature expression. In these moments, recall the teachings of this day. Remember the power of sacred silence, of holy secrecy. Stand firm in your commitment to nurture the seed of your desire in private. Protect the alchemy of your inner work from outside influence. Guard the power of your words, speaking it only in the hallowed halls of your own consciousness. Keep the map of your journey close to your heart, consulting it in solitude and silence. And above all, honor the midnight hour of your soul as the Holy Communion truly is. As you practice this sacred secrecy, you may notice changes beginning to unfold in your life. Synchronicities may increase. Opportunities may arise seemingly out of nowhere. The world around you may begin to mirror more and more closely the inner world you've been so carefully cultivating. Do not be surprised by these changes. Do not doubt them, for they are the natural result of your inner work, the outer manifestation of your deepened connection to the divine within you. Accept them with gratitude, knowing that they are but the first fruits of the abundant harvest to come. And yet, even as your outer world transforms, remember that the true miracle is the transformation occurring within you. With each passing day, as you honor these 5 sacred elements, you are becoming more fully yourself. You are aligning more closely with your divine nature. You are stepping more fully into your power as a conscious creator. This, my dear friends, is the greatest gift you can give to the world. The gift of your authentic, empowered, fully realized self. For as you transform, you inspire others to do the same. As you manifest your dreams, you demonstrate to others the power they too possess. As you live from your highest self, you elevate the consciousness of all those around you. So go forth with courage, with faith, with an unwavering commitment to your inner work. Know that you carry within you the power to move mountains, to part seas, to reshape reality itself. For you are not separate from divine. You are an expression of it, a channel for its infinite creativity and love. In your moments of doubt, in your times of struggle, return to these teachings. Remind yourself of the power you possess, of the sacred nature of your inner world. Remember that the greatest miracles occur in secret, that the most profound transformations happen in silence. And always, always remember that you are loved beyond measure, supported beyond comprehension, guided with perfect wisdom. Trust in this love, lean into this support, follow this guidance, for it will never lead you astray. As we part ways, my dear friends, know that you go with my deepest blessings. May your journey be filled with wonder and joy. May your manifestations exceed your wildest dreams. May you know, in every fiber of your being, the truth of who you really are, a divine, miraculous, infinitely powerful being, shaping reality with the brush of your imagination and the power of your belief. Go now and create the life you've always dreamed of. Go now and be the miracle you were born to be. Go now and transform the world through the silent secret, sacred work of your own beautiful soul.